Good morning, everybody. Saints man, small van driver on the CX last week, all week. First of all, do you notice anything different? Pictures are the same, nice Isle of Man top, all the same. It's the new suite. Got a brand new suite. We got a ex demo one, like one that's in the shop that's very, very expensive, and it was still quite expensive, but it's gorgeous. I'll just run you around. There's the two-seater. No, see if I can do this. You can tell how good I am at this. But in the corner, there's also a one-seater. Yeah, so very happy. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful material. It's slightly bigger than the other one. We had a leather one. We had a leather one for two reasons. A 7 and a 6-year-old were when we had them, they were babies, and a leather suite. If they spilt anything on it, it just wiped off. Now they're a little bit more responsible. Also, we haven't got any dogs anymore. We used to have two big dogs. So we kept the suite while we had them, but now new suite. So need to earn plenty of money on the driving on the courier. Uh, it was a good week last week. First of all, we had the Monday off, which I went fishing. I went to a venue I've been to 2 or 3 times and had a stonking morning. I had 5 hours of the carp were really feeding. I went over to Wold Farm near Santa Pod. Really good venue. You have to book it normally. I'd booked it because I knew the weather's going to be nice. And yeah, I had one over 20 and I had loads up to double figures. Just awesome, awesome. Uh, so that was Monday off. I had a really good weekend actually, long weekend. And we were back on it. We'd already got a job for Tuesday. And this week, it's now Saturday morning, by the way. Should have started with that. The week just gone, Tuesday onwards, there wasn't no subcontract work. They were quiet. They were quiet after the bank holiday. They were really quiet, which is fine. It happens. It's not guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed. That's the thing about it. You've got to just be prepared. Yep, right, we'll do something else or we'll pick something else up. And I'd already got the laptop for Tuesday on the van. I did a cheeky job on the Saturday as well for them. I delivered a laptop the Saturday before bank holiday, and I've got this one. So I did that to Reading, which I've done numerous times, and I managed to get a job back, but from Oxford. A little distance to go. It was South Oxford, and it was going to Kettering, and that's what appealed to me because it gave me an early finish. In fact, that day I was done by 12. I worked 6 hours. This is a bit of a new regime for me. It's trying to cut my hours down, but keep the money up where I can afford to keep it. Looks like, just noticed, looks like I've got a sunflower coming out of the ears. It's the wife gets flowers. Yeah. So I'm trying to cut my hours down a little bit, get my balance of work and leisure, so I get more time. Because the weather's nice, and you get home. I was home at 12. I had all the afternoon. I cleaned the van actually, give the van a really good clean out, and had me silver bike out, the Blackbird, the blue bike. Alex has got it, my mechanic. We're doing a few bits on it to get it pucker. I'll do it. I'll show you what he's done on it when we get it back. It could be a while because we're having the tank off and we're doing things with it anyway. Well, he is. Uh, so I did 6 hours. That's all I did. Uh, I earned all right money as well for 2 days. I weren't nowhere near target, but it was nice to get finished and get things done. I booked a job in on the Tuesday as well. On the Wednesday, I booked a job in to go from Northampton up to Warrington, and it was 4 boxes. That's all I took, and that was really good money going up as well. I've worked with this company a fair few times, and on the way up, I was almost at Warrington, and a job come on from St Helens to Luton, which is great for me. It's all within I have this thing now. I try and get a job back within 40 to 50 mile radius of Northampton, and that's good enough for me to drive home. And Luton comes under that category. So that was a really good day. Really good money up and back. I do well in the northwest. Warrington, I think, is some of the guys will tell you, the YouTubers, is one of the best areas around that Warrington area. it's just got a lot of work, and yeah, I managed to get a load back. So it was a pallet. It wasn't that heavy actually. It was about 100 kilos. So all good. And there was a job on the Thursday. I didn't start that early Thursday. I didn't start early Wednesday. It was 8:15, but I did 9 hours. And on the Thursday, I did a long day, a longish day. I did 10 hours, which before I'd do 12, 13, 14 hours. But I did 10 hours and I went down to Southampton. I worked for, it was on the CX, sort of. He phoned me up and he says, he puts it through the CX, but it's like you don't bid on it. And it was to go to Southampton, meeting a fitter, 2 items, nice and easy. And I got a job back with another local shipper to Northampton from Portsmouth up to Leicester, and that was 10 boxes, and that was nice and easy as well. So I was up Leicester again. I'm within my 40, 50 mile radius of home, but I didn't drive home because I'd got a job for Friday, which was got to be picked up in Northampton at 6, and I'd finished in Leicester by about 3:15, 3:30. And I thought I'd just hang around in Leicester a little bit. I was going to have something to eat, and then a job come on, Leicester to Leicester, and it was only 16 miles, and I just put a big quote on. I'm not going to lie, I, I put more than my minimum, and got it because it's one side of Leicester to the other. But it was easy. We're on the ring road. It didn't take me long, and it filled that time in before I had to pick me laptops up for Friday, which was fantastic. So I picked the laptops up 6 o'clock. It was a monitor and a laptop going to Grimsby or near. It was a village for Friday, which is what we done. So Thursday was a long day because I had to pick them up at 6 o'clock. I could have finished at about 4, done 8 hours, but we ended up doing a 10-hour day. But we got really good money for it. And then on Friday, it's right. The end of the month, I'm going to give you a really good tip. I think it's a good tip. The end of the month, if it's a Friday, it's the last Friday of the month. It's going to be busy because the companies are pushing work out more than they would do. They want it out before the end of the month because they can invoice the company, send a purchase order 30 days end of month. And if the end of the month's the next day, that means they get paid the 30th of September. If it goes out in January, hang on a minute. I don't know what happened there. You're back. Don't know what happened there. You lost you. If it goes out in January, then it goes out in January. If it goes out, say in September, say it goes out on Monday, then 30 days end of month becomes the end of October. So if there's a Friday and it's near the end of it's the end of the month. If the first day of the month is on the Saturday, Sunday, or the Monday, it's gonna be busy. It is. That's me looking over the past 4 years of doing this. It happens. If Friday is the last day of the month, or it's the last day of the month on the Saturday or Sunday, they're going to push all the work out they can because they want to get paid the end of September, not the end of October. Hope that makes sense. Bit of waffle. Anyway, Friday we went to Grimsby. It wasn't Grimsby. It was nearer Immingham. I think I said that right. And it was the laptops. It was to a residential, and it was a really nice drive up. Actually, I went up early. I left at 6. I was there at 8:30 for 9 o'clock. I found the house. It was a beautiful house as well, bungalow, absolutely stunning, bespoke, been made. Oh, just lush. We got that delivered about 8:45, and I've got a job back already, and it was out of Hull, and it was going to Wisbech, which is not the best area, but it was the money. Put really good, strong money on it because I wasn't going to a good area. I didn't think a lot of people want to go there, and I got the job. And it was just a small box, shoebox size, and it was going to an academy school in Wisbech. And it was a lovely drive. I went down the east coast sort of route, all A roads, no, and B roads, mostly B roads for a motorbiker. It was lovely. It took me nearly two hours 45 minutes, nearly 3 hours, but just a lovely drive. And we got down to Wisbeach, and I was done. I'd done it at Wisbeach. I just didn't weren't really looking for anything else. I was over target for the week. Nothing coming out of Wisbeach. I kept the feed on, but I drove back, and I was done by 3. So I started at 6, 9 hours. 9 hours is sort of average. Even, I used to do 10, 11, 12. But like I say, done at 3. Met my wife. We did some shopping. We went to see my auntie, and we were still home by 5:30. So all good. The money. Well, first of all, the miles. 1,220 miles over 4 days. So I did do some decent mileage. That's averaging 305, 369. Yeah, 305 miles a day. So you're still doing the mileage. I did 34 hours duty. That's every single hour from when I leave my house to when I get home. Over 4 days, that's 8.5 hours a day, which is absolutely fine. That's normal. It's a normal week. And I did 28 hours driving, so I didn't have a lot of waiting. I didn't have no hanging around. It was nearly all driving, so the driving was up there. My money for 4 days was 868, which you add the VAT is 1,041.60p. You take off your 10% for your VAT man, 104.60, and it comes out at 937.44. Which for 4 days is £234.36 a day. Really good, really good, And I cut the hours down, and that's all on the CX, apart from obviously Thursday, which as a shipper I know Thursday wasn't, but the other days were on the CX. Is the CX getting busier? Don't know whether it's getting busier, but there's a lot of vans that are big vans, large vans. I look who's around me, and there's lots of long wheelbase and extra long wheelbase vans. And there wasn't that many small vans in the areas I was in. So whether that comes out, my average pence per mile, I'd like it to be higher, but I ended up doing dead miles from Wisbeach, which was a long drive, 60 odd miles, and that was the only sort of dead miles I'd done. But I did a few dead miles going on Friday from Immingham over to Hull, and I did dead miles from Southampton to Portsmouth. So there was a few dead miles in there, but I managed to come out at 78 pence every mile. So I'd like it to be in the 80s. You say, oh, you get £1 a mile for that, £1 a mile. You put your dead miles in, get into the jobs. 1 minute, I can have a cover. Yeah, you put your dead miles in, get into the jobs, and that's what adds up. So yeah, it's just 78 pence, but 234 a day. Yeah, I'll take that. That's about it. I haven't got nothing booked in for Monday for the simple reason is I can't because I've got a dentist at 9 o'clock, which is a thrill. Obviously, anyone who likes to go to the dentist, there's something wrong with you, but it's once a year, and just got to keep the hygiene up for it. Yep, we're going out today. We've got someone picking up the old sofa. We've sold the old sofa, and believe it or not, it's outside on our decking. The leather suite, but it hasn't rained. They come and looked at it, and it was on the decking. I wasn't here. A lady come and looked at it, and she said, "Yeah, that's just what she wanted." So we got instead of me having to cart it, they're picking it up and they're collecting it this morning at 10:30. So that's good. And then we're gonna have a chilled out day. Got friends coming over tonight, and tomorrow I think we're got barbecue. I'm sure family are coming over. I know the grandkids are coming over. I think can't remember what the wife said, but yep, chill day, and then we're back on it. I have booked the van in with Darren, the mechanic. It's booked in for the 30th of September. That'll be for an oil change, but more importantly, we're putting a new clutch in, and he's doing something else while he's got the gearbox out. He's doing another job, which is maintenance, because he said if it goes in 10,000 miles, he's got to take the gearbox out again. He says so he's going to do something. I forget what he said it was. The part. There's something to do with it. He knows. But yeah, the clutch. It's slipped about 3 times, 3 or 4 times. It's just slipped when I've had gone uphill, put a bit of more revs on it, and it's just spun a little bit. And you ease off the accelerator, and it's fine. It started doing it on, I'm going to say last week. It did it once when I had a really heavy load on, and it did it a couple of times this week. So we phoned it up. I have to book it in with him because he is booked solid. And the first day he can do it is Monday, the 30th of September. So it's going to have a new clutch and it's going to have an oil, it'll be due an oil change and it's going to have something else done. I don't know, something to do with the engine. But it's not that expensive, not as expensive. He's given me a quote, roughly what it is, and I'm happy with that. And it's maintenance. It's just general maintenance. That's what you save your money for. And I want to keep the van running sweet. So, yep, that's going to be end of September. Like I say, hope you're all doing well, making money. If you got any comments, put them down, good or bad. I do read them. It might not be the same day, it might be the next day, but I do read them. And if I feel as though it needs to comment back, I'll answer a question. But I do try and read everyone's comments. And please, if you haven't subscribed, please like and subscribe. And I just had a thought. I was chatting with one of the other YouTubers Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. How many female subscribers are there? Because I don't think I've had one female subscriber or one female comment at all. So, is it a male dominated world? Maybe it is, but there must be some females do it as well who are doing courier work. So, anyway, rambled on enough. Have a great day and great weekend.